This is the show where you come to undress the mess, get real, and be healed. With your host, SylindaD, author, life coach, and glow girl extraordinaire. Eve, the connect strategist and queen of networking. And Lacole, financial strategist and the ultimate girl boss. Now, it's removing the bandages.
Hey everybody, hey, happy Thursday to you guys. Welcome to another segment of Removing the Bandages with your girls, SylindaD, Eve, and Lacole. We are back in full effect. How y'all doing, ladies?
Doing good.
We're doing good. Happy Thursday. We're ready for the weekend.
Really? Eve, what are you doing this weekend?
I'm ready for my birthday weekend.
Okay.
Okay.
In advance.
Big plans?
Yeah, so my baby's coming this weekend, and then we're celebrating for dinner on Saturday, and then Thursday I leave to Aruba for vacation.
Very nice.
Lacole.
Okay.
Yay!
Okay, Stella.
Aruba, how long will you be gone?
Thursday through Monday, so we're gonna have a good time.
Oh,
very nice.
Okay. Well. Okay. I'm jealous, Lacole.
Right? Okay.
I got to take advantage, before we get a little older. I'm getting older, so hey, I got to make sure I take advantage of this body while I have it.
My.
I know that's right.
I love it. That's good, Eve. Good evening to everybody that's tuned in. They're giving us a shout. Let us know where you guys are chiming in from. Let us know the state, city, wherever you're coming from. We see quite a few online with us right now. So welcome to the show. We got a great show lined up for you all on tonight. We are excited. Ladies, I mean, what have you all been doing this week? Are you working on anything or what's going on?
I want to keep my projects top secret, but I'm just continuing to work.
Okay.
Continuing to work on, financial services, life insurance, and all that good stuff within the financial services field. And I do have an ebook out for life insurance agents who are looking to come into the business, or either they're in the business, brand new, and just don't really have a roadmap and how to navigate the industry, or just need a boost if they are experienced. So I'm working on that. And that's basically it.
That's good. Lacole, well, you're making some things happen, boss lady.
That's right.
Gotta do it. Got to
do it.
That's it.
Got to do it. Make it work. Make it do what it do, right?
You do what it do.
That's right. We got to, we're hustlers here, baby. Come and join the team. The hardworking ladies.
Okay.
That we are, most definitely. I see Columbus, Georgia in the house. I see Illinois in the house, Noonan, Georgia, Osceola. Oh man, we got people from all over, y'all. That feels so good to have people following us from different states, different parts of the world. Yes. Yeah. I'm trying to get our guest in. I don't know what's going on, but we're trying to get her in. So But Eve, listen, I saw your photos for Labor Day weekend. Yeah, photo shoot was nice.
Yes. I love it. I love pictures. That's just me. I love pictures, especially anything in the nature. I like it a lot. And my friend took some really nice pictures. I have some really good friends in Atlanta that are photographers, so I'm grateful for that.
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we are definitely once again trying to get our girl Blossom in. I guess we're having some technical difficulties. So what we're going to do is take a quick break and see if we can get her on, see what's going on tonight, because this sister here has a story that is mind-blowing, and I'm telling you, you all are going to want to hear it. So just stay with us. Don't go anywhere. We're going to take a quick break and see if we can get her on.
Horology is when she finally finds herself. It's not about the size of her butt, her hips, or her thighs, but it's all about how she sees herself on the inside. She finally pulled her out of the dark places and learned to love her and to celebrate with joy. It's about her teaching the young girl inside that she's beautiful and to love the skin that she's in every day and night. It's about lifting another sister up and letting her know that we are in this together. Herology, the healed, elevated, and restored woman. Oh, it's our time.
All right, what y'all know about the
That
horology?
was beautiful. I love it.
It's time for us as women to really find the her inside. Even looks like you've really been doing it too, girl. I'm listening to you when you say you got to really take advantage of this body, traveling, just enjoying life. That's a good thing.
Yeah,
Finding that her.
you know, you had to find happiness within you. That could be by yourself, that could be with somebody, but the important thing is that you find that happiness and you
Come
do
on.
what you like.
You just said something there. Whether it's with somebody or by yourself, you've got to find that happiness.
Yeah,
and
you
I
have to
hope
find
that
that
everybody heard that, because some people feel they're not happy until they have somebody. That's when they start
No.
living.
Of course, that person can actually make you a little bit happier in some areas, but you can still be happy by yourself.
Definitely. Definitely. I love it. Well, listen, we do have our guest that's waiting backstage, and I am once again excited to have her joining us tonight. But before we bring her onto the platform, we're going to give a little introduction of who Miss Blossom is.
Blossom Rogers, raised by her great-grandmother, is an author, CEO, and founder of From Under Bridge Incorporated, the TV host of her own talk show, The Blossom Show, a motivational speaker and facilitator of a drug rehab program, Zion in Recovery. She's a survivor of crack cocaine, homelessness, prison, homosexual habits, rehabs, mental institutions, and theft. She has spoken at the University of Alabama, TV and Christian Network, Great Day Tuscaloosa with Kip Tyner, and many other great venues. Habitat for Humanities of Tuscaloosa, Alabama has donated land where she is presently set to build From Under Bridge Safe Haven for Women. Blossom believes in the scripture Jeremiah 29:11, stating that no matter what your past looks like, God still has a plan for your future. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show, Blossom Rogers.
All right, we are back. There she is. There she is, baby.
Girl, I had started panicking.
We were like, what's going on? Where is Blossom?
And I heard your mama voice. I was like, oh Lord, please. But it clicked on here.
She made it. Welcome.
Yes.
Thank you.
We are excited to have you on tonight, Blossom. How have you been?
What, girl, I cannot complain. When I tell you God has been opening some doors, and every door he opened, I just walk in there, through there, just stand there and just say, Lord, is this me? You know, so I give God all the glory and the honor.
Oh my goodness. I love it.
I want to thank y'all and ask God to show y'all favor for allowing me to share your platform, because you could have disobeyed the Holy Ghost and said, no, we ain't bringing her loud talking, wild, smiling stuff on here. But y'all said, yeah, we're gonna bring her. So
well, that's what it's all about, Blossom. We believe in sharing our platform because people do it for us. We want to do the same in return. You never know who you're gonna need. So,
that's right. That's right.
Well, again, welcome. You and I, we go back some years now.
Yeah, don't tell our age. Yeah, years. Yeah.
Blossom, let's just talk tonight. I want Lacole and Eve to meet Blossom, know who Blossom is. Now, we talked about you as far as the bio, all the things that you've been through, and you are yet still smiling after all that stuff that you've gone through. So, tell us a little bit about yourself, Blossom.
Well, first of all, I give God all the glory and the honor. It's not me. It's all because of him. You know, not perfect, but I serve a perfect God. I'm the proud mother of 3 sons, 12 grandbabies, and 2 great-grandchildren. You know, last time I was on your show, you know, I had hair. But I met this woman called alopecia, and she won. But all is well. I still do my eyebrows and my lipstick, and I carry on. Because when you know who you are and who you belong to, that don't matter. That don't matter. So as you know, I am the proud author of 4 books. From Under a Bridge 1, from Under a Bridge 2, and They Laugh, and When They Laugh. And y'all know this.
Who is that? Who is that on that book?
Girl, you know that's me. That's me right there. And I thought I was wait a minute, okay. And I thought I was the finest thing there was. You hear me? Woo. Girl, I used to go up in the club, howl up under my arm, you could braid it, and thought, baby, you couldn't tell me nothing. It's 2 things a woman should have: a mirror and a best friend. To tell you, don't put that on. You know what I'm saying? But as you know, my books are not to hurt nobody. They're to help somebody. Mm-hmm. And when I can be real with Blossom, I can be real with anybody. We're just as sick as our secrets. And so for 19 years, I was holding on to a secret, but God, I got 17 years clean. Yes. As you know, like I said, I used to have dreads that represented my clean time, but once they had grown past my thighs, the weight started pulling on them. But still got them in a bag. What? In the bag. There they go. Because the baldness now is a new chapter in my life. You know what I'm saying? Because at times I try to wear the weave and all that kind of stuff, but that wasn't me. You know what I'm saying? Just like with David, when he got ready to fight Goliath, Saul was trying to give him his outfit to put on, but it was just too big for him. He was wobbling, and so what he had to do, let me fight with what I got. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm doing now, because so many women are going through this alopecia, and they're trying to put on wigs and but you just got to be yourself. It is what it is. But as you know, I went through abuse as a child, and God had to teach me how to forgive my abuser, because we have to remember, people don't grow up saying, I want to do these bad things. It's just, we got to realize we're dealing with demonic spirits. Mm-hmm. Maybe I didn't sexually or physically abuse my boys, but mentally, because I was on crack. I was smoking $500 to $600 a day. I did everything out there, but slept with an animal, and that was just a yet, because I was on drugs for so bad, because I was trying to cover up the hurt. And we got to, like your theme is remove the bandage. In order to heal, we're gonna have to hurt. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So that's what it's about. So anytime God opens the door for me to speak, my life is an open book. Some people try to throw your past, because I've been delivered from homosexual lifestyle, because I had been molested and raped. I thought going with a woman was better, and had fell in love with her. You know what I'm saying? Have been delivered from a man leaving me for another man. This brother was fine as all outdoors and left me for a man. Have been delivered where I was with a guy who was HIV positive. He never told me, but I don't have AIDS nor HIV. And so many people try to make it scientific. Oh, your immune system. No, that was the blood of Jesus that covered me. Let's stop all that other stuff. Mm-hmm. I thank God for my great grandmother and my mother, because they stepped in and raised my boys for me. So they didn't have to go into the system. Because of my carelessness, they didn't get molested. You know what I'm saying? Because I was bringing anybody over them. And this is for anybody, because we got so many mothers that have did things and children throw it back up in their face. Once we apologize, we don't have to keep apologizing over and over again. Mm-hmm. Many times that's what left me sent me back out there, because they're still mad at me. No, that's for anything. If you ask for forgiveness, and they don't accept it, then it's on them. It's not on you. All right. I talk about how I've been to prison. My prison number is 589931. I had it number for the rest of my life. I chopped trees when I was in prison. I'll be around here sleeping. I'll be about to pass out. So I know I can't go back to prison and chop no tree. So I stay out of trouble. Not that I'm scared. Because I tell a lot of people, if you see me cry, that's not because I'm scared. That's because the Holy Ghost won't let me do what I want to do. So it's easy to get in and hard to get out of.
Yeah.
Has it been easy since I've been clean and sober? No, you're still going to have life issues. When I moved here to Alabama, I was married. But he cheated on me and brought another woman in our home. I was the kind of crackhead that when it got half a bird dead, bird died, let's go get high, you know. But I had to stop and think. If you know how some people can go to the what you call it, sip and paint. I can't do that because I'm a recovering alcoholic. I might sit there and drink the paint remover, so I don't put myself in predicaments. You know me, Selena. I'm just being honest. Because you know sometimes you be looking at the camera, you be looking at the TV, that bill look good. But see, for me, I had to play the tape all the way through. Now, if I drink this beer, then I'm going to some liquor. Because me and Captain Morgan, we had some fun when I was out there. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm going to smoke some dope. And you know, you have a lot of people saying, I did not like the high. I'm from down south. I don't know what kind of dope they had, but I had some good dope. So I don't know what they were doing. You got to be real about that thing. You know what I'm talking about?
That's right.
I didn't like, I remember one time, sis, we was getting so high one time in the hotel. It was so much of smoke coming out when they thought we was Indians up in there. That's the kind of high guy. You know what I'm saying? Don't make it seem like, oh, I did not like it. That's not true. That's what anything that makes the flesh look good, feel good, we gonna stay there until we get some kind of wake up call. Enough is enough. You know, and I love to laugh and have a good time. You know, a lot of people tell me, how can you laugh? Because I'm healed. I'm healed. When you know when you can laugh about something somebody used to say, because when I was coming up, they called me baby bubble lips. Oh, I cried. But look at people, they're going to get their lips blowed up. One thing I got to do is put some lipstick on it and carry on. You understand? When you can sit there and laugh at yourself, it don't bother me. Oh, okay, yeah, all right. But don't get it twisted. I'm saved, but I ain't soft now. Don't get Don't.
Blossom, just let me interject for a second because you got. I'm looking at the comments and people are saying they love your spirit, and I love it too. I love the fact that when you tell your story, you can laugh about it, and you tell the truth. You tell on yourself. You tell your truth
because nobody else can. I can do it better. I can tell you everything. You know, God bless me. I work at the University of Alabama. I work in research. So when they did my background check, I had an 8-page background check. My supervisor said, "You think they made a mistake?" No. Every comma, period, everything on the pages I did. She said, "For real? So what's the sense of lying?" I did it. 8 pages. You understand me? So that way, you might have the gun, but I got the bullets. Mm-hmm. So if I don't be truthful about Blossom, if that's like giving you the bullets and you're gonna shoot everything at me. I'll tell on myself before because I can tell it better than you can. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Blossom, for the sake of time, because I think the ladies have a few questions for you as well. Everybody's loving you. And Ursula says, love your comedian spirit. Ursula, you're correct. That's definitely Blossom. But when you used to live under the bridge, we every day, especially being here in Atlanta, and I'm sure with Lacole being in North Carolina, she said, but even I see it so much from under bridge. Some people could never imagine living under a bridge. What was that like for you?
Some nights I was crying because I was on crack. Some nights I was crying because I didn't have no crack. You know, I was the biggest liar out there. I was the biggest thief. You see your shirt is brown with them polka dots. Back in the day, I come by and swipe like that, the whole polka dot's gone. You just have brown shirt. I was a thief. So I had them played myself. People they couldn't trust me. You understand me? They put their pocket down and say, "Oh, look at her. There she go. There she go. There she go." So I had them. People did not want to be around. You know how some people look at the blind and say, "Oh, here come Mary." They look at the blind and say, "Here come Blossom." They pick their whole house up and move because I was a mean drunk and I was a mean crackhead because I had so much hurt just pushed down. If you don't take care of your issue will take care of you. You understand me? So each time God opens up platforms like this, it's more and more healing for me Can't nobody come and say nothing about me and these books because I already put it here. If I put it on page 23, I don't care what you say or think about me. As long as you don't put your hands on me. But I know who I am. I am a saved, sanctified, filled with the Holy Ghost, a child of God. And the best is yet to come. Because when I was up under that bridge and hearing the cars go across that big bridge, I said, them people up there living, and I'm down here dying. I was at the point I was too scared to live and too scared to die. When I tried to kill myself one time with a shotgun, I made sure one damn bullet, and I looked in the barrels and everything. You know what I'm saying? When I took an overdose of pills, I made sure I put the pill bottle right there next to it. Made sure they had my matching suit and everything. You know, I was crying out for help. And we got so many people that's crying out for help. And the only thing you tell them, baby, just pray. You'll get over it. People need to talk nowadays. Stop. And you know, when they go to church, they be beat up so much. We're going to be accountable when Jesus come back. Because the church is not, that's not their church. That's God's church. But, you know, so like I said, when you can when you can look in the mirror, because when I looked in the mirror, I was looking at something, not somebody, you know. Now I look in there, even though I got some lumps and bumps, you know, down here at the bottom, but as soon as I can find that good girl to snatch it up, it's gonna be on there. You understand me? Yeah. So you got to love yourself. I'm not saying being big headed or cocky and like that, but you got to do some self love. You got to.
That's true. That's true. I think Eve wanted to say something.
So Blossom, what a great testimony. I'm so glad we got to meet you. You have a great spirit. This is just amazing because you're not only sharing the bad, but the good, and you make it fun at the same time. But I know it was a very impactful time in your life. So when did you find that breaking point where you say, I'm done with this type of life. I'm getting out of the bridge. I'm not stealing no more. I'm just stopping this mess and I'm going to change. When was that happening? Why?
I was facing 9 years and it was nobody but God. I walked out of that courtroom, Scott, and I was guilty. I was ready to go back because I couldn't do no probation. I was not going to pay them people to watch me because that was my get high money. You understand me? This sent me back to the penitentiary so I could go do my time and come back. And my mom was like, oh, you can do it. No, you don't have to do it. I got to do it. So we're in the courtroom and my lawyer, you know, I'm standing there like I'm Tupac's sister, handcuffs all hard. And the lawyer said, I've never seen it before. I almost fainted. I said, Lord, then it gave me life. Then it gave me life. I said, what? How much time I got? He said, Blossom, they set you free. I said, who? Me? And so I went to church, started going to church, and I was watching how the people were saved and filled with the Holy Ghost, and it just looked so good. You know how you see a little child licking on a candy bar? And I was like, I want that. And I'll never forget, I asked God to give me to fill me with the Holy Ghost if it was His will, and I got filled right then and there. But I backslid. And you know, you have people talking about when I found Jesus. Jesus was never lost. I was the one that was lost.
Come on.
And so these girls had beat me up. And we was fighting, but I had dreads, and she got the best of me. Ain't no sense we talking about I whooped her. She beat the brakes off of me. I'm just being honest. And I said, you know, I'm just tired. I ain't gonna lie. She beat me so bad I was mad. And I said, I'm just tired of men taking advantage of me, women taking advantage of me taking advantage of me. So I went to Daytona Beach, and it was in the crack house, and I was smoking. And I still have the clothes I had on that night: shirt, shoes, and purse. Now I don't know, and a pair of underwear. Now I don't know what else I had on, but them all I got left. And I remember I took a piece of paper out and started writing God. The girl came in to give another hit, and she walked. I said, before she walked out, I said, next time you see me, I'll be clean and sober. And she laughed. Y'all got to remember, it's two kinds of laughter. Are they laughing with you or at you? Okay?
Amen.
So I started writing God, still taking another hit. People be talking about, you ain't throw the dope away? No, I had to hustle that dope. I wouldn't throw nothing away. You just got to be honest about it. They be like, oh, my Lord. But I'm going to tell you one thing. Even though I was still smoking crack cocaine, I still had my gifts of tongues. gifts without repentance. He's not going to be sorry for nothing that he's done for him. And I still was able to talk to him. So that night I was smoking. I had been up y'all for about 2 weeks, tired. I was looking like Tail from the Crypt and smelling like hot buttermilk because I didn't like water and water didn't like me. You understand what I'm saying? And I took that last hit and wrote that last line, and I put the purse on my shoulder, and I checked myself into the hospital. And I begged them people. I said, because I hadn't started robbing people, and somebody was gonna get hurt, me or them. Them streets are hard. You know what I'm saying? I don't get me wrong. Anybody that has education when it comes to addiction, that's good. But if you don't have no street knowledge, them people will run circles around you. So now God's blessing me by me working for the University of Alabama now. I'm getting that paper knowledge, but I already got the street knowledge, you know. A lot of people ask me, Blossom, how do you get on all these shows? What age did you have? I say, God, because I'm still a hustler now. I still know how to talk. But the same way I used to knock on the dope boys' doors, can I do this to get a hit of crack? It's the same thing I do now. Can I come on your show and tell my story? You still got the hustle mentality. You know, I just changed partners. You know what I'm saying? So being in that crack house that night, getting sick and tired of being sick and tired. First, getting beat up the way I did. I was shamed. I said, Lord, I don't want to, I just didn't want to be shamed no more. I didn't want to shame my kids no more. So I guess that was my rock bottom. And so God sent me to Miami to treatment. And now I have some friends back in our hometown that was able to stay clean and sober. But see, that didn't work for Blossom. So when I got down to Miami, I said, if I start playing games down here, they're going to kill me. So I had to do something. It's been 17 years now.
Ooh,
17 years.
Wow. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Yes.
We are extremely proud of you.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Yes.
Thank you.
That's a fight. I have people, I know a lot of people, and people have in my family who have dealt with drug abuse and so forth. So I know it's not easy, and so I definitely commend you for telling your story and being so transparent. Question: how did this? I mean, I know you went through a lot. You dealt with the drug abuse, you dealt with molestation, and all these things that had weighed you down, and you were hurt and so forth. And so you acted out. You did these different things, but once you changed your life, how did that affect your relationships with your family?
They was able to put their purses down around me. I'm able to go into my son's house, because I was a pop-up mom. 1 minute I'm here, next minute I'm gone. So, it took some time now. It took about 5-6 years for them to stop looking at the side of their eye. When she gonna disappear again, But for me, I had to take it day by day or second by second. You can't get too big headed because the enemy's mad at me anyway because I was one of his best soldiers. So he wait for anything for me to come back. I don't have another comeback. I really feel if I was to take another hit, I won't make it back. I just feel like I won't make it back. And now, because of everything that God is doing for me and through me, I don't want to go back. Now, I had some good times out there with dancing and partying and all that kind of stuff. But if I wasn't on this platform, I'd be laying up here watching Gunsmoke, Bananas or somebody to go to sleep, to go to work tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? I love being clean and sober. Being able to be around people, not people running from me or they're going to talk about you regardless. If you're doing right or wrong, they're going to talk about you regardless. But today I can handle it. Now, I'm not going to say that I haven't dropped a tear when somebody hurt your feelings and like that. As long as I don't pick up, I'm doing just fine. That's
amazing. Amazing. Blossom, I tell you, I love hearing your testimony. I can hear it over and over and over again because of the transparency. As so many people are saying, they love your transparency. And you stated there is no other way to be. And I've been watching you. You were one of our winning women. You received an award for the RTV winning women. We were so happy. And then you came back the next year and hosted the event for me along with Karen. And you've been on numerous shows, several shows. And like you said, God will open the platform and let people, they'll open up their platform for you.
Yeah.
And tell your story, and it helps other people.
Well, 4 years ago, I was on Pastor Clifford Dollar's show, and God allowed me to be myself, and Pastor Dollar did. So I found out Monday that I'm going back on the show.
Oh,
Monday.
Now
So,
that's big. That's awesome.
And then God bless me, I got the leading part in this upcoming film. It's called A Grandmother's Faith, and I play Miss Maybelline Johnson. So I'm excited, and I'm excited about that. When they called me, I was asleep. We was talking about something earlier that night. So when they called me back, I wear partials. I had them in the bowl because these come out at night like the stars. I'm just being for real. So you know
I love it.
What? Listen, when I was living in Miami, put all that gold in my mouth, and then it messed my mouth up. So these come out at night like the stars. Okay. So at this time, when they called me, I was slobbing. I said, "Hello." They said, "Yeah." They said, "Miss Bloss." I said, "Yeah, baby. How you doing?" They said, "Well, we getting ready to do this film." I said, "Well, that's good, baby." Well, I'm still thinking to myself, "But why they calling me, girl?" When they messed around and said, "We getting ready to do this film out of Atlanta," I said, "Oh." They said, "We got a part we want you to play." I said, straight up. I said, "Who? Me?" He said, "Yes, ma'am." So they were laughing. And she said, "Miss Blossom, you're going to get paid for being in the movie." I said, straight up there. I wiped my mouth. I said, "Wait a minute." So God be the glory. I said, "Well, do I need to audition?" And that young man said to me, I'll never forget it. He said, "No, ma'am, because you got favor." I said, "My God." And so that's how I got the leading part in this upcoming film. And they made me look so old, and they gave me this wig, and we had this outdoor scene. Girl, it was so hot out there. I put it on like a cap, and so when they say cut, I'll snatch it off. It was so hot out there, but it was so much. That's something nobody can ever take away from me. Just think about it. I used to be up on the bridge, sleeping, prostitution, lesbian, and God bless it, where the end of this year or first of the beginning of next year, people gonna be able to see me on the screen. That's God.
Woo.
You understand me? So and then God bless it. 2 weeks ago, I was out in Los Angeles on the red carpet, had my little gown on with my Chuck shoes.
I saw that.
I was Cinderella, baby. So it was just truly a blessing. I'm telling you, it was just truly a blessing. And the best is yet to come.
Yes, it is. And you have this hashtag, Watch God Work.
Yes, sir.
Everything that you post, you say, Watch God Work.
Because it ain't me. You know what? It ain't me. But your gifts will make room for you. You understand me? I don't care what nobody say. I was always the class clown coming up. Because if I made you laugh, that made me forget about what I was going through. But we have to be careful with that, because it can turn into people pleasing. You understand me? But like I said, I love to laugh. I love to laugh and have a good time. And like I said, when I was on the set, I still was in awe, because you hear about this stuff on TV, other people. But here I am, an ex-crackhead, and got a leading part in an upcoming film, so, but I will keep you posted when it airs.
Definitely.
Yes.
Yeah, definitely. Go ahead, Eve.
So Blossom, I know you had a lot going on. Great testimony again. What would you tell someone that is going through any of the situations that you went through?
You got to get to the root of why you're using. Because when we don't grow up saying we want to be a crackhead or an alcoholic. When I was coming up, I wanted to go into the Army. I don't know if y'all remember, because I'm older than y'all, but it was a commercial that used to come on, Be All You Can Be, Army. Yeah. And I used to sit there and watch that. I said, I'm going in there, and I'll never forget my stepdad told me, girls don't do that. And that was the first man told me I couldn't do something. So now when somebody tell me you can't do that, if God say I can, I don't care about what you say. Now if I try to do it in my own might, it's not going to work. But until you deal with the root, you know how you can live in the most beautiful house there is, and then every time you pull up on the driveway, you got all these branches and leaves in the yard, and it makes the house look ugly. But until you get out and cut the root of that tree down, hit the root, mine was being molested. I couldn't say the word without going to get high or blaming myself. You have to forgive. We have to forgive, because the forgiveness is not for them, it's for us. And if they don't never apologize, long as he know, I know, and God know, because what I was trying to do was defend and prove. But I tell people, anything that we do for the Lord, it will last. So There's no way that God will allow me to write these books, go on these different platforms with the same words if I wasn't telling the truth. So God will twist your enemy lips where I have to eventually say they forgive, they apologize. But if they don't, you still got to carry on. Mm-hmm. If they don't never say it, I still got to carry on because I'm helping somebody else. Mm-hmm. God didn't clean me up for Blossom. He cleaned me up so I'll be able to go back and help the next person. Maybe everybody got a bridge. Your bridge might not be mine and my bridge might not be yours. But I say K-Monocopa. Everybody got a bridge. Come from up on your bridges and live. God, if Jesus didn't go to that cross for us to be down here worried about what somebody say, or that somebody got a bigger purse, or somebody got a better house, we got to stop being so petty, because when we come back, we got any souls behind us? Who did you minister to? You know what I'm saying? So to anybody who's listening, I know I've been laughing and joking, but I mean it with everything in my heart. You got to deal with your hurt, deal with your issues, or your issues gonna deal with you.
Yes, I love it.
Man, that's something serious right there. You said something.
And she dropped the microphone.
Right.
Yes, indeed.
Because I hadn't dealt with my issues. Now I just didn't end up under that bridge just because of my childhood, the molestation. I was nasty out there. I hadn't got nasty. So whatever you sow, you got to reap it. You understand me? That's the bottom line. But as long as I know and I repent and say, Lord, just help me. Because he's still working on me. God knows because I will snap, crackle, and pop if you get my timing wrong. I was a fighter. Because I used to get beat up so bad when I was a little girl. Mm-hmm. Now, when I was out in the street, I used to hit them first because the first lick could kill you. I learned that out there. So I was always the first one hitting. But why was I hitting the people? Because I was mad with myself. I was blaming myself because my abuser said it was my fault. You know how it is in African-American family. Whatever happens in the house stays in the house. See, that's what a lot of us are messed up because of that. You know what I'm saying? Don't tell this and don't tell that. You know, so sweep it up under the rug. And then, you know, when I had the mental issues, you know, being in mental homes and all that kind of stuff. Back in the days, they just put auntie back in the room and let her holler herself to death. You know what I'm saying? If you need medication, take the medication. Mm-hmm. There's nothing wrong with that. If it's going to help you to be a better person, stop beating that stigma, you know, if you take medicine, you crave. That's not true. If you got to take it, take it. Mm-hmm. Because when you out here acting like a donkey, then they're going to want to talk about your crazy and all this kind of stuff. It's called self-care. If you don't do no self-care, who gonna else do it?
You
who else gonna do it?
Steve.
I go when it's time to do something for Blossom. If it means going to get my hair shaved, eyebrows done, something, I don't care what it is, because I wasted so much money on dope back then. I like buying clothes, you know what I'm saying? Wearing evening gown. Her event was the first time I had ever wore a gown since prom. Girl, I felt like I was Cinderella. I wanted to make sure I was in bed.
You were Cinderella. The real one with a true story.
Because see, you know what? Tonight, I was going to put my hair in a ponytail with a bang right here. I said, no, I'm just going to be myself. You know, be yourself. Mm-hmm. You got to. So that's what I would tell somebody. Deal with your issue or your issue will deal with you.
Love it. I'm speechless, ladies.
God be the glory.
That's awesome. Yeah. We are so glad you're here. So how can people contact you, Blossom, if they want to buy your book or they want to contact you for any speaking events or anything like that? Where can they find the amazing Blossom?
Baby, I'm here in Tuscaloosa, Alabama. But, you know, I want to talk about the home as well, too, because it's dear to my heart. 5 years ago, I went to a Habitat and was telling them my dreams. And I was asking them, could they build a home for me for women that want to stay clean and sober? Because if we don't have a safe place to go, we'll go back to them people, places, and things. Mm-hmm. Well, they couldn't. What they told me, they said, Blossom, once you get your nonprofit status, we'll see what we can do. And at first I said, they ain't going to do nothing. But God, I called them once I got it. They couldn't build me a house, but they gave me some land. So I have my land, my blueprints, my building permit. I've been approved by God in the city. We get to house 6 women instead of 3 women. I just got my first bid on the house, $150,000. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath, washer and dryer, kitchen nook area. And this home, they can stay from 8 months to a year. This is called From Under Bridge, Safe Haven Home for Women. And then my next home, which will be called Tears from Under Bridge, because I cried a lot of tears up under there. That'll be for women and children. But if anybody wants to get in contact with me, they can reach out to Facebook, Blossom Rogers, Instagram, Blossom Rogers. My phone number is 305-753-8164. Email address is BLOS2white@yahoo.com. It's about giving back because God has given me so much. I can't even start to think about or pay him back for what he has done for me. 17 years clean. If he don't do nothing else, he's done enough.
Amen. Well, Blossom, again, as Eve just said, we are so happy to have you on tonight. As always, I always enjoy you and just the transparency, the love that you have for people. You just real. And I love real people.
God be the glory. Thank you.
Pretend, dress it up, or act. I mean, you just real. You get, this is who I am. I love that.
That's it.
Yeah, so we are so grateful that you joined us on tonight. Ladies, is there anything you all want to say before we let Blossom go?
Just keep on keeping on, sister. I appreciate you for coming on and sharing your story. And I hope that this inspires a lot of people and to stay, on the path. And I just encourage you to please stay focused and stay on the path and keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you.
And I can't wait to see you on Creflo and in that movie. I'm looking out for you.
Look, don't forget about us, Blossom.
I won't, baby.
We got you.
You make sure you just keep the same phone number because I'm gonna have it the same way.
All right. Make sure you
but definitely keep being genuine and keep being awesome. You have an amazing story. Keep sharing this story. Don't ever be ashamed of what you went through, what you had going on in your life. Just continue to be an amazing person as you are. Someone out there needs you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, we love you, Blossom, and
love
we
you too.
will definitely be looking out for you and giving a big shout out, having you back. We love you. Have a great one.
Love y'all.
Right.
Love you too. Take care.
Amazing.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, she is so funny.
Yes, I love the fact of the transparency and just being who she is. People are saying she's truly amazing. One person said, "I'm glad I decided to jump on Facebook because I wouldn't have never saw this." That is what I love about our show, guys. The people that we bring onto this platform, you never know who they're going to touch, and that's what it's all about: touching people's lives. It's not about us, but it's about people. It's about changing lives. It's about helping people to remove their bandages. So one says, truly a miracle story. I'm so glad that you all tuned in tonight to listen to Blossom. So we're going to get ready for our girl talk. If you guys just hold on, don't go anywhere. We got our little second half of the show coming up. So guys, stay with us.
All right, guys, you all know what time it is. It's time for a little girl talk with your girls, SylindaD, Eve, and Lacole.
Oh, I like that beat.
Oh, you still dancing? Okay.
All right, guys.
I love that. The girl talk.
Yes.
Our second
half. Ladies, and gentlemen, if you're watching, so this segment of Girl Talk, we are discussing, is it okay for a woman to let a man know that she's interested? And if so, what's the best approach to do that? What's too much? What's too little? Talk to us. What do you think, Eve?
You know I'm a troublemaker.
Yeah, go ahead.
You like a little drama.
I'm usually the one. I'm usually the one that will say something if I don't, if I don't see the response or what I'm trying to get from somebody. I'll send a message, or I'm watching or Facebook or looking at the comments and things like that. So I guess it all depends how you say it and when. Some people kind of like jump in immediately and sound desperate. You don't want to do that. You're trying to get to know the person, try to be cool and friendly at the beginning, and then you take it from there. But the most important thing is try not to sound needy and desperate. Just be cool. Try to get to know the person and see what happens.
Somebody said, I say, yes, it's 2021. Speak now, forever hold your peace.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
True.
Okay.
That's true.
We are very independent now. There's a lot of women out here, especially where we at, North Carolina, Atlanta. Come on, like this is a women's state. We walk around like we got it going on, right? And a lot of guys are intimate. They're not intimate, but I mean, like they're afraid of that. So they're not gonna come to you like we used to do years ago. They're gonna wait to see what you got going on, who you with, what you walking around with, and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, most of the time nowadays, you have to be the one to kind of say something.
Well, Kimberly says, I'm old-fashioned. I think the man should make the first move. And Michael says, my mom said a closed mouth don't get fed.
It's interesting. I heard this guy say, and he is, okay, so he's not just a guy, but he's like a pastor. And he had said the other day that some women will not allow a man the space to come forward. They don't allow a man to pursue them, and that they, do a lot of the pursuing. And he personally didn't think that was a good idea. What do you guys think about that? Is that old fashioned?
So when you say pursue, we asked the question,
is there a difference?
That's a great question. We want to know for our audience as well. Is there a difference in pursuing a man, or letting them know that you're interested? Is it the same thing? Ursula says, I'll say something to let them know I'm interested, but I still want him to do most of the chasing.
That's right.
I agree with that. I totally agree with that.
But you can set the stage, but then after that, you let him pursue you.
Right.
That's what makes a difference.
But what if he does not? Once you let him know that you're interested, what if he's one of those quiet types and just, but he's interested. You don't know it, but he's interested. Let's just say you kind of feel that he is. Do you continue to kind of pursue at that time? Or once you put it out there, hey, I'm interested, there's nothing, no reciprocating or anything, do you just let it go? Like, hey, this is it.
I think what makes a big difference nowadays that a lot of people don't have is that they want to start dating or in a relationship right away and forget about the friendship. Just try to be somebody's friend. Mm-hmm. In that time, you're going to get to know the person, and you're going to figure it out. He likes me, I like him, what's going on? You see what I'm saying? Like, give some time with the talk and the messages and good morning to you and things like that. You're going to figure out if you really like that person or not. Instead of jumping in and say, hey, I like you, will you go out with me? Like, no.
So that's not letting them know, but you let them know, but okay. I'm saying two different things here, Eve, because I'm hearing what you're saying. You're letting them know. You say you got to take your time, work into the friendship.
So what do you do? You ask him for his phone number? Like when you say.
Okay, so let's talk about this. Like most of the time you're going to meet people through social media, dating sites. Like a lot of people don't meet anymore in person. So in person is going to be a completely different thing, right? You guys are going to look each other and you may say, hey, can I have your phone number? Different thing. We don't even get to see that no more. And that's like, I don't even know, years ago. Right. You don't get to see that because we don't go nowhere, right? Especially with COVID. So social media, different things like, hey, how are you? How you doing? And you just start conversation. What do you do? And blah, blah, blah. And then you keep going from there to build a conversation until you get to a point that you can say, you're very handsome. I love your spirit. I love your personality. Well, I like you too. Boom. Now you know you like him. Now he knows you like him. But you're not pretty much throwing yourself out there saying, oh my God, I want to go out with you. You're so handsome.
Okay, so that's not ladylike. I take it. Nina says, I say it's good to show your interest and let them pursue. Ursula says, then there are ways to go about that in a way that's comfortable for the both of you. But listen, and I know Michael is still on, so Michael, chime in as well. You have those guys that, like a woman that's straightforward, like, hey, I don't have time to play. I just let me know what's up. This kind of straightforward. But then you have some that think is not ladylike, like that's not a lady. So, so it kind of leaves you in a
is there a middle ground to that? So if you have someone who says, I don't have time to play and yada yada, does that put you in a different position to not be taken seriously, to be like taken as kind of like plaything, or does that put you in a position to really be taken seriously as somebody that just wants something serious? Just wonder.
Great question. Eve, what do you think? Audience, what do you think? Ursula says
that's a tough one. Again, I always like to take my time to get to know the person. Mm-hmm. And that takes conversations every day to try to figure it out, because you know what, sometimes people can look great physically, right? But when you start talking to them and you don't even get a good morning the next day, or you don't even get nothing, you're like, I don't even like him no more. I don't care how handsome you look. If you don't have time to text somebody or to say hi or care about a person, I don't even want you. So you're going to start figuring it out, things about the person that may kind of shut you down. But I think it all depends how you say it. And when, like I have friends that go straight to the person on Facebook and say, hey, you're so handsome, like we should go out. And I'm like, no, that's desperate. Like you don't do that.
Well, so Eve, you said that if they don't text you the next day, you believe in consistency. I think women believe in a man has to be consistent.
Yeah. Like show me your interest in my friendship. Hey, good morning. How's your day? Things like that. That we cared about that type of communication. If I don't see that happening already, that's a turn off for me.
What do you say, Lacole?
I agree. I mean, that cat and mouse stuff gets played out after a while. It's like, listen, we do need some consistency here. We do. I mean, I could pass you the ball, but are you going to shoot it? You going to foul out? What are you going to do? So, yeah. Yeah.
Nina say, I think that's a fair question. I will say it depends on the level of their pursuit. Right. And then Ita say it depends on the vibe.
Yeah, definitely. And then Gayla says, after a few conversations, and if there is no reciprocation, I'm moving on. He ain't feeling me. Okay.
Yeah. Or it doesn't have anything to do with not feeling you, Gayla. It means that he may be with somebody else. He may be dealing with some other situations. It doesn't even have to be somebody, but it doesn't have nothing to do with you. True. It's just not the right season, not the right timing.
That's true.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, they should tell him at that time, this is not the right time. This is not the season. I'm dealing with something else, instead of leaving it in limbo.
Yeah, because that ghosting thing seems really big these days. I've heard a lot of people talk about it. And yeah, I mean, at least be honest about whatever the situation is. If it's whether it is someone else, like you said, or whether it's not, you just have so much going on at the time, it's okay to communicate that and say, hey, listen, this is just not really a good time for me. I have a million things going on. I really don't have time, but I'm gonna get back with you, and hopefully, we can connect at a later date or whatever the case may be. It's not that hard.
Yeah, just be honest. Whatever you guys do, just be honest. That's the key right now. Just be honest with everything you do.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Because what age do you ladies feel that is the age where you feel that, okay, I don't have time for to try and figure things out? What's that? Once you reach a certain age,
now
women, I think it's around the 40s. You lose the
40 this year, so
yeah, you lose the patience. You don't have that much patience. You know what you want. You know what you've been through, and you have enough experiences in your life that you don't want to repeat that again. And and most of the time, if you take a look at it, a lot of people that get married earlier, most of the time you see that they don't last as long. Not like years ago. Years ago, of course, everybody lasted. Nowadays, most of the marriages and the longer relationships are the ones that are built around the 35s over 40s. Why? Because everybody kind of know what they want at that point, and you don't want to make the same mistakes.
Yeah. Nina says no age. Mental maturity isn't set to an age range. That's true, because I agree with Nina, because there are some that's in their 20s that are extremely mature, got their stuff together, know what they want, and they're going for it. So yeah, I definitely see. I know quite a few that's in their 20s that's been married for a while now, still hanging in there and making things happen. So I
That's
agree with
good.
her with the mental maturity. I really do. Kimberly says, yes, I agree with the 40s. Yeah, it
It
depends
just
on your.
depends. Mental maturity,
Mhm.
like you said, because I've seen people who are in their 20s and they've been married for a couple of years too, So yeah, that's true. It's all about the
Mhm.
mental maturity.
Well, why do we make it so hard? It seems I was talking to a friend today and we were talking about relationships. Ursula says, hold on one second. And before I go into this, she says, yes, because I'm like that now. I know what I want. And it started in the mid 40s. We got Michael back. He says, I have nothing. I'm just here taking notes. Oh, Michael.
Tag a friend.
Okay, you said tag a friend,
Yeah,
Lacole.
tag a friend. We need some guys. We need some guy opinions on this one. What do you
Wow.
say?
So we were just talking today about just relationships, period, and how women are more prone to communicate more, where with the men they was just shut down. Do you guys agree with that, or the women will you find that women shut down? Do you guys shut down when you know?
Shut down when?
When you're and you have a disagreement with your significant other, are you the type to shut down, or are you the one that communicates?
Child, I might have communicated a little too much.
Too
Like, you
much.
need to just zip it. You need to zip it. Okay.
Yeah, we're the
Yeah.
emotional ones, So of
Yeah.
course we're gonna say whatever we want to say, and we want to get either our point across or our feelings are part of it. So we want to be like, hey, let's talk, let's fix it. We need to fix it right now. With them, it's like they want to walk away, they want to take their time, they want to get their thoughts together, and then they come back to us. We get a little bit impatient.
Yeah. For sure.
Eddie says, no, I'm never quiet. Ursula says, I'm the communicator. Kimberly says, no, I communicate.
That's
Regina,
a
I
woman thing.
communicate. So that proves it all,
It's a woman
that
thing.
we have to get it out. We have to communicate as
Yeah.
women. Like, hey,
Yeah.
I'm going to talk about this.
Right. And then be
Yeah.
mad because he ain't got nothing to say. He gonna take it back and wait a few before he has anything to say. Yeah.
Okay, Sean says first marriages are more likely to last than second and third.
I noticed that a lot. Well, there are some people whose second marriages work, but I always think it's funny when you see people who are like, I'm on my fourth marriage, and like, your fourth marriage, respectfully, your fourth marriage, it's like, it makes you wonder, like, all right, well, you're changing partners, but obviously there's some things that need to be changed in your style of doing things.
Mm-hmm.
It's gotta be.
Mm-hmm.
It can't be the other person.
Yeah.
All of the person.
Well, yeah, definitely. I've seen this. There's a song that says second time around. Y'all remember that song?
Mm-hmm.
That song?
Yeah. I know I read something one time that says that you fall in love 3 times in your lifetime. I can't remember what I read it, but I was like, wow, I never thought about that before.
Well, the third time.
The third time should be the best.
Third time should be it. Okay. I got one more in me. Let me stop.
Wow. Sean says marriages without children are more likely to last than those with children.
Really?
Wow.
Yes, Lord, yes.
What? Why do you say? Well, Lacole and I do not have children. Well, why do you say that?
I'm telling you that if you take a look at the people that have lived longer and listen to them, I'm talking about ladies on the news that share they're 100 and something years old. Most of the time, they don't deal either with a man or children, one or the other, because children can cause a lot of stress, especially in a relationship. It's a lot going on that you have to be able to manage and kind of share your body, your life, everything with their children and your other half. So it's a lot. It's a lot of work.
Wow. Okay. Ursula just says, "Well, I guess I'll never fall in love again because I surpassed the 3 times." Ursula,
Don't give up, girl. Don't give up.
no,
We're not
Ursula,
claiming
don't
that.
listen to that. Hey,
No,
I
that's
mean,
just signs,
I'm
Ursula.
telling you, I've
Nobody can
seen
control
it.
your heart.
That's just living proof. It's not always the first marriage. I've
No,
seen the
that's just
second.
signs.
Actually, I've seen the third where it's lasted much longer than the first and the second. So
Yeah.
don't ever think that, and don't ever give up. It can definitely happen.
That's right.
Regina says without stepchildren, so it could last longer without the stepchildren. Oh wow. Okay.
Mm.
Oh,
Okay.
that's so
Stepchildren?
cute. Yeah,
don't
and
know
we're
if
not
you-
saying that the children are a bad thing, right? Of course, we love our children and they come to our lives to bring happiness, to be there for us whenever we need that hug and that love. So we're not saying that, but they do add a lot to and a lot of carry on to a relationship, especially when you're not with the person that you're married to or the parents of the kids and things like that. You see what I'm saying? So it's a lot. It's a lot to compromise.
Oh wow. Yeah, I think I've seen enough like movies or what have you when they're saying, "Well, you're not my mother, you're not my father," and so I'm not going
Yeah.
to listen.
Yeah.
Woo!
It's
I don't
very
know about
difficult. Like people, it doesn't matter how much the person loves you. Like those children can put enough stress on that person that they just can't take it and they rather walk away.
Yeah. Yeah. Michael says having a blended family can be successful if all of the parents are on the same page.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, definitely, Michael. Agree.
I agree with that. Wow. Oh my goodness. Well, I love it, guys. So our conclusion tonight is it is okay to let a guy know that you are interested. Just don't pursue him. Don't after you told him, just leave it right there.
That's it. That's the
Is that what you're saying?
conclusion. Do not act like you're desperate.
That's
Period.
it.
Dot with a T.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
but
what's
don't be afraid to look for love. Like I'm so glad I did.
But see, Eve, here's the thing. I'm going to play devil's advocate because normally you look home. When we tell them, don't be afraid to look for love. Don't be afraid to let them know that you care. Don't be afraid, period. But then we tell them, it's okay to say, I'm interested. It's like, well, do I say anything or do I not be afraid or do I just not, it's like.
What do I say, right? It's like, okay, well, if it's okay, but don't be desperate. Is let them know, but don't chase them. So it's like, okay, what is the middle ground?
You have to watch their body language and what your conversations are heading to.
Mm-hmm.
It's like when we were growing up, right? And we were in school and it was always somebody we like, I like him, I like her. And you kind of like figured out, okay, who he likes, who she likes. You have to figure out that person in order for you to jump in and say, you know what, I'm interested in you, I like you, before it gets to that point so you don't get hurt, right? Because nobody wants to get hurt and rejected. So you just have to watch and see how the person act, and then boom, you say whatever you gotta say. But don't jump in and say, you look, I like you. You look amazing. I like you.
Right.
Okay, guys. Michael says, FYI, ladies, men like to be chased also.
Listen.
Ursula asked Mike.
We don't want to chase.
Yep, they do.
Yes,
they do.
To what extent? Yes, to what extent?
Okay, and Eve says, yes, they do like to be chased.
You got to understand a lot of men out there have been alone for so long, or even if they're not alone, they haven't been in a true relationship with somebody that really is the one for them. Mm-hmm. So they need to have that they need to get that feeling. They need to get that person that comes to them and kind of tell them, hey, how's your day? How's your parents? And how are your kids? Like show them, you care a little bit more. So they like to be chased. I like your clothes. Oh my God, I love your pose for today. Like that kind of stuff. Show them that you're watching and you're interested and you're caring for what they're doing. A lot of people don't do that. There's nothing wrong with it. So I think that's what he meant by chasing. Like, it's not going to his house and knocking the door and be like, I like you.
Okay.
Or blowing his phone and stuff like that. But just show them that you care and you're interested. And even if things don't work out in that level, you're still a good friend. Mm-hmm. That's what they want. They want a friendship. Every man that I have ever talked to, even best friends, they always say, I want a friend first, then a girlfriend.
Definitely. It should always be that way, friend first. Yeah, Nina says conversation is the key to identifying the possibilities of the potentials. I say speak up for what I like. Michael's come here. He comes like there is no limit because if he's interested, you both will be bringing that excitement of the chase to the courtship. Both will bring the excitement.
Agreed.
From the mouth of a man.
That's right. That's right.
I love it. So in this season, guys, we're in 2021 and we're about to embark upon 2022. There are a lot of single women out there. A lot of single men too, because I posted earlier that there are a lot of broken men. Men got to also face their demons as well, because maybe a woman has broken them, a mother or a wife or a girlfriend or whatever. They're broken just like a lot of women. Mm-hmm. So they are afraid sometimes when that woman is trying to let them know that she's interested, or they're just afraid to get in relationships, period, because of the brokenness that they've endured, and maybe even from childhood is something they've gone through. What do you all think about it? I see that smile, Eve.
Look at my baby. My baby say truth. Okay.
I see. Okay, Frank. What do you guys, how do you feel about that? Eve's so wrapped up into what Frank.
Lacole, it's your turn, Lacole.
They need to remove their bandages too. No, I mean, we all, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, women a lot of times are left to, like, we have to, it's said that we have to deal with our stuff and this, that, and the other, but they have to deal with theirs too. And so it's important to identify, just like Blossom was saying, identify the root of those things that hold them back and stop them, put up the walls to moving forward in relationships and pursuing the type of relationships that they want.
Definitely.
It goes back to show that you care, listen to them, get to know the person more. And don't judge a man because they're supposed to be stronger than us. They should be the one protecting us. Yeah, of course, they're going to protect you. But before it gets to that point, can you get to know them? Can you figure out what he needs, what he wants?
I agree with that. Definitely getting to know what each other wants. And Nina says they want to be heard just as much as women do. Definitely. They want to be heard, and we just said that. So with that being said, for all of you that's listening tonight, we are so grateful that you joined us. We hope that you all enjoyed Blossom. We hope that you enjoyed Girl Talk. Y'all, I love the Girl Talk when people start chiming in and you get to see what people really are talking about, how they're really feeling. Nina said they cry as much too. Eve, you remember that, right?
Nina, hot mess.
It's true though. We're laughing, but they do. They cry just as much as well.
And just like Lacole say, they go through a lot of things too. Like don't think they don't go through the same things or worse than we have been through just because we're women.
We talk about it. They don't.
Yeah,
they do not. Yeah. So that's when that breakdown takes place, or you have to learn to, like you said, you just have to know, once you become their friend and really find out more about them, then you will understand them. So that's where that friendship stage really comes in and becomes handy at that time. Frank says, please don't think that. Okay, Frank. Okay.
He probably talking about Nina saying that they cry more.
Oh, okay. Okay, Frank. Yeah. Again, we have enjoyed you all on tonight. We hope that you are enjoying the show. Make sure you go by our Facebook page, Removing the Bandages Talk Show. Also, make sure that you follow us on Instagram, follow us on YouTube, all Removing the Bandages Talk Show, and let us know what you think about the show. Also, follow us individually on Instagram, SylindaD, Sylinda_D. Eve _ the Connect Strategist, and Lacole Whitfield. Make sure that you all go and follow us on Instagram, follow us on all the social media platforms. Let us know what you think about the show. Let us know who you would like for us to have a guest on the show. Let us know some topics that you would like to talk about. We will gladly talk about them. Again, we thank you all, YouTube, Facebook, everyone that's chiming in on tonight. We thank you so very much. We could not do it without you. We love you. Eve, I love you. Lacole, I love you. I'm so grateful for the both of you.
Likewise.
Thank you. Yes, we are grateful for each other. So
yes. Well, until next time, guys, make sure that you go check us out and just let us know what you think about the show. And we will see you all again in 2 weeks. We said peace out and we love you. Good night, everybody.
Good.
Bye.